Hello there.
So it seems like we may actually have a brand new suit. Well, it is confirmed actually. We have a brand new suit coming for Spider-Man in Spider-Man Brand New Day. So we're gonna break down exactly what is going on in this video because it seems like we are about to get the most comic accurate Spider-Man suit of all time, harkening very heavily back to the Raimi films as well as some inspiration by the classic Amazing Spider-Man 2 Garfield suit. So we're gonna get into it in this video. If you guys enjoy this kind of content, consider subscribing. Let's do it.
The Atomic Fair.
Okay, so here is what is going on with Spider-Man Brand New Day. We know the Hulk is going to be in it. We know he's going to play a pretty large part. We also know that the Punisher is in it. And another thing we know, because the villain stuff is still a little confusing for this movie, a lot of people think it could potentially end up being like the Spider-Queen. We do know there's probably going to be a female villain, but a lot of people still think it's Mr. Negative. And there have been a lot of leaks and rumors that have said all kinds of things for this movie. We do know there's probably going to be smaller villains like Tombstone, Tarantula, and possibly other villains like that. We know there could be Scorpion as well. It seems like this movie is going to touch on a huge crime war happening in New York City, kind of playing off of stuff that Daredevil Born Again Season 2 is setting up, and even Season 1 is also setting up, which is Wilson Fisk running to be mayor of New York and cracking down on vigilantism. So we know all of this stuff is building up and swirling around for Spider-Man Brand New Day, and we're even getting like early teasers and stuff like that for the movie, including what I'm showing you here, which is the first look at Peter Parker's new Spider-Man suit in this movie, and it looks like they are going very comic accurate and giving fans exactly what they want. It seems like this is going to be the Raimi / Amazing Spider-Man 2 version of the Tom Holland Spider-Man suit from the end of Spider-Man No Way Home, because what's going on here is you see, for one, they have the raised web lines, very much harkening back to not only the Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit with Andrew Garfield, which popped up in Spider-Man No Way Home, but also the classic and most iconic suit of all time, the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man suit. They also are implementing kind of those red looking, almost octagonal like textures underneath the webbing on the actual red fabric, and the material of it really harkens back to both the Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit, like I said, and that classic Tobey Maguire suit, giving us possibly the best on-screen Spider-Man suit of all time. The defining factor for me will be the eyes. If they decide to change the eyes, I'm honestly fine if they don't, because it is kind of a hallmark of Tom Holland's Spider-Man, where all three Spider-Men have had very unique looking shapes on the eyes and stuff like that. The lenses for the spider suits have all been drastically different. So in this new Spider-Man Brand New Day movie, we know we're probably getting the most classic Peter Parker of all time, the most kind of comic accurate maybe. I'm not sure if he's actually going to embody that true nerdiness that Tobey Maguire's did. Andrew Garfield was a bit more of a hipster Peter Parker, and then Tom Holland almost seems like the cool nerdy guy with a big group of friends and stuff like that, whereas Tobey Maguire's Peter Parker was like the true loner kind of nerdy guy who wasn't very popular and was definitely picked on and bullied. But they are obviously cooking up something very exciting, and they seem very confident in this movie, with them already teasing the biggest action set piece in all of the Marvel movies, at least practically, with them setting up a huge action set piece with a lot of practical effects that is going to be shot, which a lot of people are assuming is going to be Spider-Man and the Punisher versus the Hulk. A lot of people also think Punisher may get his War Machine suit in this movie. So really, man, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on here. And then going back to the suit, it really seems like they have a ton of confidence in this new suit with how they are already teasing it in Spider-Man Brand New Day, and the movie only just started shooting. So it seems like Marvel is paying attention, and it also seems like they have to go back to making quality movies now, because they know that their reputation is kind of swirling down the drain a little bit. Marvel got a little too cocky and failed to understand that what the Marvel brand is their legacy characters. It's not just a Marvel brand that you can stamp onto any character, like B-list, C-list, even D-list characters, and throw them into movies to be taking over the slots of the A-list legacy characters. Marvel seems to have failed to understand that and gone down the political agenda route. And so like Marvel is a little bit on shaky ground right now. And so it seems like it's almost going back to the retro days of Marvel where they had to take stuff more seriously. They had to be comic accurate. They had to make sure the writing at least had some heart in it and stuff like that, because they knew that they had to build a brand up leading to the Avengers, and they knew that there was stuff on the line. Well, it seems like we're returning to those days with Marvel now understanding that there's things on the line. They got a little bit too big-headed. Marvel is not free from not only criticism but box office failures, which we now know. So I'm very hopeful for Spider-Man Brand New Day, very hopeful with who we may see as the villain or villains in this movie. Seems like there's going to be multiple, and I'm very hopeful that the plot of this movie is not going to be too jumbled and feel like a convoluted mess, because Marvel is now understanding how serious the stakes are getting, especially leading up to Doomsday and Secret Wars and possibly a third Avengers movie to cap off the multiverse saga. So comment down below, guys, let me know what you think about all of this stuff, huge Spider-Man Brand New Day news, and subscribe to this channel if you enjoy this kind of content. I'm going to get into making more content again on this channel. I kind of fell off for a little bit, but my plan is to post multiple videos a week, so subscribe if you're interested. And for this one, guys, that's all I got. Until the next one, be safe and stay well. Bye-bye.